What's going on? Ed Butler, Brookstone Realtors, back again with another video. Thanks for coming back. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the like button down there for me. Also, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be making weekly videos to help you understand more about the real estate market and financial topics. Let's get into it. So when we're in a competitive market like we are in today, like a seller's market is what we call it, like we have been in for the last 3, 4, 5 years, and even more so today, there are 7 mistakes that we see buyers make that cost them on getting a home secured for them and their family. And I'm going to outline these 7 mistakes for you today to make sure that you can avoid them. Number 7 on that list is searching for your home at the wrong place. So I know everyone loves Zillow and Realtor.com and Redfin and all these different type of sites. There's a ton of them out there, right? Pick your favorite, right? This is the wrong place to shop for your home. The reason being that the data on these sites are delayed. So that means that if you're exclusively shopping on Zillow, the homes you're seeing may have already been on market for 2-3 days already. And someone may even have seen this home already and are planning on making an offer today, and you're just now seeing the home for the first time. So a way to avoid this is to get direct access from your realtor. Get direct access to the MLS, the multiple listing service. Make sure you do this so that as soon as a realtor lists the home on the MLS, you get direct access. And that way you're never left out in the cold or delayed on any new properties that hit market. The number 6 mistake to avoid is going to be shopping for homes before you're fully pre-approved. Now, I can't tell you how many times buyers get really excited, start looking for homes and say, hey, I want to go see this home, I want to go see that home, before they've spoken to a mortgage lender and know what they're fully approved to purchase. It's kind of like going to the grocery store and forgetting your wallet, but still thinking you'll be able to purchase. You know, so most buyers start shopping for homes on price point. And price point is very important, but it's not the most important indicator to understand when you go shopping for a home. The 2 indicators that are going to be more important than price point are going to be 1, mortgage payment. You got to know how much money you're going to have to spend to purchase this home. 2, how much cash is it going to cost me out of your pocket to be able to purchase that home? Those are the 2 most important things to understand and know before you start shopping for a home. And this where a mortgage lender comes in handy, because they can explain to you exactly how much you can afford, what range you can afford given the mortgage payment, and how much money you will have to bring to closing date. On the flip side of this, going to find out what the mortgage lender tells you you're pre-approved for will help you shop and maybe even understand that you can afford more than what you think. So especially with rates being so low today, you may think that you're going to be shopping in the $200,000 range. And in actuality, you can shop in the $300,000 range. And that gives you a lot of options. Number 5 on our list, negotiating at the wrong time. Now, I know everyone watches HGTV and $1 Million Listing and all these different shows, right? And you believe it's all about getting the right price for the home. Well, getting the right price is very important. But in today's market, getting the home under contract is more important initially than the price of the home. So if you start negotiating really early in the purchase funnel, then you may not get that home under contract. Sellers have other options, and they'll take the option that looks more appealing to them on paper initially. Now, not saying don't negotiate. And you can negotiate a little on offer, but number 1, to get that home under contract, there are 3 important negotiation phases inside the purchase of a home. Number 1 is that offer. Number 2 is going to be your inspection. And number 3 is going to be your appraisal. So make sure that you get the home under contract and then lean on your realtor to make sure they negotiate for you to get the fairest deal possible. Number 4 on our list is something that gets overlooked very often, and that's going to be using a second showing. Purchasing a home is a highly emotional decision, right? It's a highly emotional process. So in order to take some of that emotional, decision making out of it, I suggest going on a second showing, at least within 24 hours of the first showing, right? So you go into the home, you love it, you want to make your offer today, and sometimes in this competitive market, that is your best bet. But I also recommend coming back tomorrow when you had a chance to sleep on it and walking through the home once more, just to make sure it's the love of your life and you want to live in that home. Because sometimes that second visit uncovers some things that you didn't realize or that you covered up because you were so excited and so emotionally involved, and you actually don't even want that home. And then another home comes on market that day and you can go see it and you'll like it more. So always try to utilize that second showing if at all possible. Very competitive market. Sometimes you don't have a chance to be able to do this before you submit the offer, but your realtor will be able to help you, guide you to make sure you get the safest offer possible. Number 3 on our list is not getting a home inspection. Now, very, very rarely will there be a situation that calls for a waiver of a home inspection and you will have to get the inspection done on your own later and not writing into the contract. But for the majority of homeowners or home buyers, an inspection should be in your offer to make sure that everything checks out in the home, all the major things that's going to cost you a ton of money if you move into that home and don't understand what's going on under it. So always, always, always get the home inspection. And even if you're an investor and you don't care, you waive it, get the home under contract, and get it inspected anyway. Number 2 on our list is going to be not looking at off-market properties. Now, if you're working with a pretty strong realtor, they'll be able to advise you on some off-market properties. So, example is, if you really, really want to look in a specific neighborhood or specific part of town, then your realtor should be able to go to bat to find some off-market possibilities for you, or a list of some that they may have. The only issue with these may not be homes that are completely ready. They're not going to be the prettiest because people are living in them and they weren't expecting to sell them. But there are options that you can have less negotiations with against other buyers because no other buyers really know about them, and you can usually get better terms because you don't have that other competition, right? Sometimes it can take a little bit longer, but the right realtor can definitely help you find some off-market deals to make this home buying process a little bit smoother. Mistake number 1, and you guessed it, hiring the wrong real estate agent or realtor. I can't impress to you how serious this mistake is, especially as a buyer, because there are so many variables that come into mind when making an offer on a home, getting the home under contract, and then guiding you all the way through the real estate sales process. So if you don't have a realtor that's strong and knows what's going on in the market and how to negotiate and go to bat for you on your behalf, then you're going to be in a tough spot. All real estate agents are not created equal. I'm sorry to say it. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but you know the ones who got into real estate as a hobby, don't really take it seriously, and aren't really professionals at it. You're going to need your realtor who's going to go to bat for you, negotiate like heck for you, especially in this market, and have the heart of a teacher. Make sure that your real estate agent is helping you understand the buying process and teaching you along the way. You don't want to end up going throughout the entire sales process and not understanding what you just did. I understand trusting your real estate agent, but trust them and get the knowledge of what they're doing and how they're doing it, just so you understand and you guys are on the same page. And that concludes the 7 buyer mistakes that you should avoid when shopping for a home. Once again, I'm Ed Butler, Brookstone Realtors. Appreciate you taking the time. Make sure you go back and like and subscribe to this channel. I'll have more home buyer tips, more seller tips, and financial tips in the future. Until then, catch you next time.